Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Schoning from the Soul Lighthouse, and today I wanted to spend a little bit of time just giving you a heads up of what you can expect of the energy as we go through the next couple of weeks. You know, this year has just been insane. It's been impossibly intensely hectic on every single level. And we can feel that it's begun to lighten up over the last couple of weeks. It's been pressurized, it's been urgent, it's been insane. And the reason for that is because practically every planet that we have in our solar system has gone retrograde at one time or another during this year. Now, everybody that I've spoken to has used words like relentless, used words like overwhelming, exhausting as they describe what this energy of 2018 has been like in their lives. And a lady I spoke to this morning, she says, you know, I just feel like I've worked like an absolute Trojan all year long, but there have been so many obstacles and so many delays that I've spent so much of my energy in dealing with the obstacles and delays. And here I am. I'm still standing in the same spot as I was at the beginning of the year, but oh my word, I have worked incredibly hard and used an enormous amount of energy. It's frustrating. And that thought was echoed by another one of my clients who said, it's been urgent, urgent, hurry up, now, 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 everybody else's agenda all the way through the year. And we get to this point here now, and it feels like everybody's gone into radio silence. And he said, I feel like I'm knocking on the front door and I'm waiting for somebody to open the front door for me, and nobody's answering. But I know that everybody's home because I can see them looking at me through the window. It has been this intense, hurry up, move, fast, change, unbelievable changes that have been hammering into us from all sides and hitting us on all levels, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and financially. So when September rolled around, it was almost as if the universe said to us, breathe, slow down. Things are going to go a little bit slower for a while. And we all took a very deep breath because we could feel that the energy was beginning to lighten up. That intense energy was not hammering us quite as much. Finally, things were a little less heavy. They were a little less pressured, a little less busy, a little less, well, a little less karmic, if you like. Here we could breathe a little bit deeper, and what we saw was Jupiter came back online and Saturn came direct again, and then Mars and then Mercury, and we're in a space now where we've only got Pluto and you've got Uranus and Neptune in retrograde energy. It allowed us to come to a space a little bit calmer, a little bit more coherent, a little bit more clarity for a while. But I want to say, hold on to your hats, because the karmic lessons for 2018 ain't finished yet. Because Venus retrograde starts on the 9th of October, and you're probably already feeling the energy of Venus as she's gone retrograde, because we're already in that shadow phase of the retrograde cycle. So what does that mean for us? So we start off by finding out, what is it that Venus is all about? Well, think feminine, think sacred feminine, think divine goddess energy. Think of the sacral chakra, and you know that that sacral chakra governs everything to do with relationships. It governs our relationships with our parents and with our children, with our siblings. It governs our connection with our lovers, with our spouses, with our significant other. It governs our understanding of our social tribe that we hang out with. It governs what we think of our social setting and the rules that we believe that society should be running to. The sacral chakra is an essential component in our ability to imagine, to create, to manifest. So when we're talking about a Venus retrograde, this is very much the energy that gets called into play. She rules love relationships. She rules our relationships with our family. She rules our material world of abundance and of money. Venus is all about the senses. She's an exceptionally sensual energy. She rules our own sense of values and morals. Venus is emotional, she's seductive, she's sensual, she's connected, she's abundant, she's voluptuous, she is sacred feminine in manifest form. So what happens when she goes retrograde is that you can expect that she's going to push every single one of those buttons, and she's going to push you out of your comfort zone, and she's going to challenge you. She wants to push you to look, who are you versus what you truly really value. She is going to be demanding. She's going to say, step into integrity. Really examine this issue of authenticity within you, within yourself, with your relationship with yourself, your relationship with your loved ones, your relationship with your family, your relationship with your tribe. She wants us to be in a space where we start to become aware of what it is that we're rippling out into our energy field versus what it is that we truly believe. You've got to believe she's going to push those buttons to show us where we compromise ourselves, where we sabotage ourselves because of self-worth or low self-worth. And whether that is we compromise or sabotage ourselves with our words, in our relationships, in our actions. Remember, she governs everything to do with our material world, with our money, with our concept of money. And so she's going to really take a long look and say, look at how you earn your money. Look at what you do for your money. Look at how much you allow yourself to be worth. Why? Why do you settle for so little? Venus retrograde is going to ask that we recalibrate our sense of self-worth and say to her, she's saying to us, why do you settle for so little when you can have so much more? Now, this year has pushed all of our karmic buttons. We know one by one our karmic buttons have been pushed since the beginning of this year. Now it's our turn to have our buttons pushed and say, what is it you really believe about yourself? What is it about your self-worth? What is it about your self-value? And we're going to have to excavate and go really deep so that we once and for all can stop selling ourselves short, stop compromising ourselves, stop acting the small life. Because a Venus retrograde says, stop compromising, stop the self-judgment, stop the self-loathing, stop settling for so little, stop playing at the small life. Come out from behind the shadow of the small mask so that you can step into who you are. Stop pretending that you're happy and content with a small rhythm and step into the potential of who you really are. Now, that sounds wonderful. It sounds empowering, doesn't it? It sounds fantastic that we are now going to be in a space where we can step into self-value, we can step into self-worth. Sounds very empowering. But in order to do that, Venus retrograde is going to make us examine every single one of our old beliefs. Every single one of them about pretty much everything. Love, money, relationships, family, abundance or lack of abundance, value, worth, integrity, how we earn our money, where our authenticity is, what's rippling out into our energy field. And so it might be a bit painful because it's pushing at the very core of who we are. It's pushing at the very core of our values. So it might be painful, and yes, it might be testing a little bit. It might even feel like you're having bamboo shoots pushed underneath your fingernails. But oh wow, it is so necessary. It's so important. It's such an essential component of this karmic journey that we've taken throughout 2018 that says as we finish this year, we've got to finish on this very important topic of who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? from a soul perspective, from a value perspective, from an integrity, from an authenticity perspective. Now, Venus commands sexuality, she commands sensuality, and one of the things that we need to know is that her traveling companion at the moment is Jupiter, and that she's going to be transiting firstly through Scorpio and then through Libra. So what we can expect is we can expect that there are going to be relationship tensions, that what doesn't work comes out of the woodwork first before what works can become apparent. We might see all sorts of sexual issues coming up in the media, and we can see things that are not pretty being exploded up into judgment, into the public arena, so that we can see what is secret and we can make a judgment call about whether we want this kind of energy in our space. It might not be pretty because there might be sexual secrets that come tumbling out into the media. You can see they've already started, and that's the power of the Venus shadow phase. If this is what's happening in the shadow, just imagine what's going to happen as we go into the full direct phase. So be prepared. It can get intense, it can get a bit shaky, and it is absolutely going to make us get to grips with what we give out and what we allow ourselves to receive in return. From a numerological perspective, September resonated with this 2 energy. We're almost at the end of September. And that 2 energy is also, it's all about the sacral chakra. It's all about the divine feminine. It's also all about the sacred feminine. Now, as we go into October, the energy is going to shift into a 12-3. From a numerological perspective, that is all about action and consequence. That is all about cause and effect. So wrap that energy into the shadow phase of Venus retrograde. Remember, she only goes into her full retrograde on the 9th. We're in the shadow period at the moment. What this means is pause before we even get into October. Be in a space where we absolutely understand what is the intention that we're trying to manifest. What is it? What is the effect that we're trying to create? And almost reverse engineer it, if you like, so that we are stepping backwards, if that's the intention, so that we're stepping backwards and we're planning our actions with the outcome in mind. Now, how is this energy going to be impacting on you? Well, it'll impact on you differently to how it impacts perhaps on your partner, or how it would impact on me. Why? Because we all have our own unique vibration. We all have our own unique resonance. And so the energy of the time dances with our unique resonance in a very unique way. If you want to find out more about what you can expect and how it's going to impact on you, get hold of me and we can do an energy blueprint so you can see what's coming for you in your space, how your dance emerges over the next couple of months. The link is in the comments section below. Until we meet again, I'll be back with you soon, but have a very, very empowering end of September. And I hope that October starts in a strong, positive way. Remember, the message here is it's time to be our full potential. Step out of being small, step into being all that we can be. Remember, this is all about evolve. The key message, evolve, evolve, evolve. And so we don't want to be in this space where we're repeating old habits, old beliefs. We want to be in this space where we say, I'm going to examine them once and for all, stop the compromising, stop the selling myself short, and I'm going to step into the full potential of who I can be. So thank you for watching. I hope you found this useful, and I will be back with you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.